happened at the start. A lot has happened at the start. So much has happened at the start. Okay, so we're just waiting for the YouTube one to load up. Once it loads up, we will be doing Bacon's part. But yeah, let's do Bacon. So here we go. Let's go. Part 2 of Bacon. Here we are. Hopefully it's working on the YouTubes. Reach the farm without getting arrested. That's the achievement I got. As you make your way along the sun-dirt road, you feel it. A tingling at the back of your skull, an urgency, almost like a hand pressing you gently forward, with the threat that it might become more forceful if you don't comply. Like so much crying that can only stop if you tend to it. The feeling is strange when you try to examine it more closely. Contradictory, the cries of a presence that both desires to be alone, yet at the same time needs you in its presence. It's bringing something into this world, and it needs your help delivering it. This thing is trying to help me deliver whatever Enoch is trying to deliver to the world. You pick up the pace. You lose track of time, your attention glued to each step, your mind ceding control to your feet. They know exactly where you need to be. Hey, dude! And so the trance goes until it's halted by the unlikely sight of a familiar figure on the path ahead. Do you just, like, do this in the woods? Just stay here? Good. You found your way. I knew you would eventually. Was he just waiting in the woods, just watching me, like, sit in the police car, and he's like, are you serious? Interesting. You knew I would come here? It's the loudest today. The town has shifted its attention in accordance, whether or not it realizes as much. It's loud because it needs you. And you're particularly susceptible. Back for round 2, flutter your eyelashes. The flirtatious lit in your voice is unmistakable. Wayne is briefly silent, though you think you hear his breathing come quicker, his chest rising irregularly. Or maybe that's just the strange ambience, a buzzing in your ears that almost sounds like a scream, muddying your senses. Soon enough. I only wanted to offer some words of encouragement, and I'm afraid that's all I can offer. I would much rather be by your side through this, but the witch is dangerous to me. But not to you. She can't hurt you in any way that matters, especially now that she's at her most vulnerable. His words feel far away, the gnat sound in your mind. The call of the thing at the farms is louder. It needs you to keep walking. Just be careful of the farmer. He places a hand on your back and urges you forward, and that's all it takes. Your feet are moving almost on their own. You've been set on your course. Okay, so if you romance him, he'll gently push you forward, but if you don't, he'll just, like, pushes you to the ground. Okay, I get you. I get you, Wayne. The trees part, the woods thinning and giving way to messy patches of scraggly end-season garden vegetables, seated in between a pair of farmhouses on opposite hills. Not that the details are important. Your destination is the further of the two structures. Irma, what's going on? I got a page from the sheriff and nobody's here. Where are the cops? I called him on account of Bo went missing, and last I heard he said he wanted to give Julius a piece of his mind. First the sheriff went in alongside the white deputy, the one with the glasses. But then something happened, and there was a gunshot, and then this awful howling. Weren't like no creatures I ever heard. That's when the other deputy, the black one, he ran in and the door shut behind him. Nobody's come out since. So everyone's inside. Starting to get concerned. I'm running out of folks to call for help. Wait, is that Bacon? What the hell is he doing here? You're aware this is a crime scene, right? And that the cops are all missing? The talking is just noise. Their words don't matter. There's a humming in your head, almost like a voice, one you can barely make out, but you know it will be clearer the closer you get to the stone. You start wandering towards the farmhouse at the top of the hill. Oh, come on! Where do you think you're going? But you continue forward. You barely even notice your hand slipping over the doorknob. It's gonna be alright, Irma. We'll get Bo out of there. I promise. Don't promise that, Dr. Kelly. And now you're inside. Okay, so this is still the same. Sheriff Hugby dangles in the middle of the room. An axe, attached to some strange mechanism in the ceiling, is embedded in his face, holding up his corpse in intimidation of life. Imitation. I can't speak. Jesus. Careful, Joan. There are traps all over the damn place. Past the body, you see a giant pumpkin through the door to the garage, cracked open, its guts strewn across the floor, seeds dotted across the hardwood like a trail of breadcrumbs leading to the basement stairs. What the hell is going on here? Derrickson. Is the doctor here yet? We need a medical professional down here. His voice is coming from the basement. That's where you need to be. He's been shot, Joan. I think you better call someone. The doctor's here? Julius, you should let her come down. You don't really want the officer to die, don't you? I'm not the one blocking the stairs. I'm not the one you gotta convince. It won't be blocked for you. The stone wants you here. Everybody shut up. Avery, that's your name, right? Get pressure on the wound. Yes, ma'am. Get away from him, kid. But the doctor... I don't care. Let him bleed. You're only making problems for yourself, Termine. Dr. Kelly quickly pulls out her phone. Damn it, there's no signal in here. I've got to step outside. You keep holding that wound, and no one else had better die while I'm gone. The doctor pulls at the door, but a weave of fibrous tendrils hold it shut. It would seem that the same forces that let all of you in refuse to let anyone leave. Are we stuck in here? What the hell are we supposed to do now? But you already know what to do. You're vaguely aware that Officer Derrickson is trying to stop you, but he's too nervous to take a step. You reach the basement door and start to claw at the weird, fleshy vines blocking your way. They're strong, but they relent under your touch, welcoming you down below. Who the hell? So you tried to undermine me, witch. I should have known you'd try to find a way around the rules. You've trapped the town. This isn't what any of us wanted. You should nullify the deal before this gets worse. It's just unhappy. I didn't think something like that would be so opinionated. But I have a plan to placate it. If it wants a less broken body, it can have one. Then we'll see if it still feels cheated enough to hold a grudge. It's not too late, Enoch. You can let Eddie have the baby and your family can go back to normal, happy and unburdened. I'll clean everything up. It can be like nothing ever happened. I'll even leave town. Manipulative hag, that's what you wanted all along, wasn't it? This whole ordeal was just an opportunity for you to have access to it. Well, I know better than to hand an ounce of power over to you, Verena. Our partnership has come to an end, which I will be continuing on with my business, and you should be grateful that I let you continue on with yours. Is this new? One of these days, Enoch, someone will be strong enough to do what needs doing. I can wait. That was new. I can wait a long, long time. Hey. You're not dead, are you? Have to find the witch. Find the witch. The witch? Sybil? So you have business with her too. Guess I should have known. I probably wasn't the only one whose life she decided to fuck with. But all that ends now. I'm in charge here, and I'll get what I'm promised. Hey man, calm down. It's all good. Speak for yourself. This is different. He wasn't shot in the bean run through. Your vision finally focuses and your mind is once again your own. Avery watches you furtively from across the room. The man, Julius, holds a gun in a silent threat. Franklin clutches a nasty wound on his side, blood spilling out on the dirt floor of the unfinished basement, and in the corner is Beau. Something is attached to him. The source of the awful noise, it stutters with pained inhalations. Beau is still breathing, but he doesn't look well. The stone brought you here and stuck you in the middle of another nightmare. Bacon, we can't get to you. The door's sealed shut. Even as she yells to you, her voice is faint, barely audible behind the now thickened roots and vines that block your escape. Let's bring Bacon up to speed, Julius. He looks a little shell-shocked. Where the fuck do I begin? Alright. So the witch. I caught her doing some shit she shouldn't have been doing, and she offered me a deal if I kept it to myself. Always wanted to raise a boy of my own. God never saw it fit to give me the chance. She gave me the means to right the injustice. Only, it obviously didn't quite go the way it was supposed to. Calloway's interfered, just like always. Made it so I had to hatch him earlier than he was ready. And he came out hungry. Too hungry for me to handle. He kept trying to get at me, so I had to hole up down here. Been stuck since fucking Wednesday night. Damn roots won't let me leave, and they've clogged up the drain, so I haven't been able to call that witch and get her to make things... make things right. But I'm a man of preparedness. Figured I could wait it out until Beau here decided to trespass. Guess he's lost a tussle with my boy, and the two of them wound up down here with me. And that about sums it up. I guess in the end it's only fair, a son for a son. And birth ain't ever pretty, is it? It's not like doing it the old-fashioned way is all sunshine and roses. Just hope he winds up looking more like a human when he's done cooking. I don't give a shit about your story, Termaine. None of that. Gives you a reason to shoot a cop. Self-defense. Castle doctrine. Beau, can you hear me? Are you still alive? Uh-huh. Gotta get back to Mama. Worrying about me. I think I can see it. Look, all those bumps under his skin, that thing really did go deep. That thing is my son, and you will dress him as such. Sorry, Julius. Clearly you need something. You woke up talking about that witch. You want to know where she is? I can tell you how to find her. If none of you does anything stupid, then I'll tell you what I know. Sound fair? The conversation is interrupted by Beau shifting uncomfortably as the creature lets out a guttural moan. So what? We're just supposed to wait until the Calloway kid dies? That's exactly right. My kid gets born, and we all forget this ever happened. Why do you even want a kid? I'm trying to get some other answers. Like I need to explain myself to you. You make a habit of going around asking everybody why they got kids. What if I'm the one asking? I never thought you were the kind of guy who wanted a family. You seem to like being left alone. So, why? Fine. Only because you're asking. Kid gives me something to live for. Somebody to do right for. Some hope that life goes on after I die. Same reason anyone has kids, damn it. I don't know. I'm sorry, Julius. I should have talked to you more or come out here to visit. You did plenty. Don't worry about it. Okay, what else was different? We need to get Franklin to Dr. Kelly. He can wait a little bit. He ain't bleeding that bad. It feels pretty bad, Termaine. You really want? He coughs, wincing. You want 2 dead cops on your conscience? 2's not that different from 1. Not like any of you ever did me no favors. Bo squirms with discomfort. The baby seems to be digging in deeper. Okay. I wonder if maybe we can get the baby off because Bo's not hitting the door. Maybe we can have both of them survive. Hang on. I'm gonna try to get both of them out of there alive. Does your son have a name? You don't name a kid until after it's born. Even I know that. Bad luck if you do it early. Okay. Can it talk? He's barely a day old. Of course he can't talk yet. And it's making noises. It kind of sounds like babbling, right? Like babies do? How about it, baby? Can you say mama? The baby makes a horrible sound that is not even remotely similar to mama. Hang on, Bo. What is that thing doing to Bo? He's fertilizing. He's fertilizer. He's a person. Not anymore. He's a body that just happens to still be moving around. If my boy had the time he needed, he wouldn't be doing all this. He could have been born quietly in the field like he was supposed to be, but he came out too early. An exchange has to be made, and that's what the crone always said, so I'm exchanging. But does it have to be him? Could we move it to somebody else? Any volunteers? Avery slowly raises their hand. Put your hand down, kid. That was one of them rhetorical questions. You weren't supposed to answer. I wouldn't do this to you. Besides, my boy's got the biggest hunk of meat in the room, and I think he's happy with that. I doubt he'd give it up easy. I get the feeling tearing him out wouldn't be so good for Bo either. Bo twitches, his skin blossoming with fresh bruises as the thing takes more of him. Wait, I have more stuff. Miles said you had a notebook, that you've asked him a lot of questions. He sent me to get help fixing something that's wrong with this world. I don't go around showing my notebook to just anybody. For all I know, she sent you up here to test whether I'd be able to keep my mouth shut or not. But that's some extremely vague shit anyway. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't know what's wrong with the world. I've been stuck in my basement for the past 2 days. What the hell do I know about what's going on out there? Can't even get in contact with that old crone because the tap's all clogged. Not that I didn't fucking try. If it's Miles, did something happen to Sybil? He would ask her for help if she was okay. Maybe she's in trouble. As if that hag would never... Sorry, my glasses. As if that hag would never get any trouble she didn't mean to get into. Not that you'd be able to understand that. Not with all the tea she pours down your throat and the throats of damn near everybody in town. She got just about everyone convinced she's God's gift to the Hollower. There's someone important I have to get to. Someone connected to the witch. She's in trouble. It's urgent. You'll have to hold on until this is all done. The only means I have of getting in touch with the witch is that faucet there. It's fed by natural spring water. That's her preferred method of communication. Like her internet, I suppose. But as you can see, it is currently out of order. I tried earlier, but my boy's got his meat all in there. We won't be getting a drop out of it until he's calmed down. And what exactly happens after this thing is finished? Do you think it's going to be a normal kid? Would you say that about those little premature babies they keep in incubators? We don't know what he's gonna look like, but that don't matter because he's my son and I love him. And I know he'll get big and strong if he just gets himself enough food. Even if he doesn't change, he's kinda cute like this anyway. Definitely weird, but cute. No. The thing under Bo's skin shifts, writhing in an imitation of clenching muscle. Crap. Okay. Have you thought about what happens after this, Julius? The sheriff's dead. I should have disarmed that trap. I knew it. I just didn't think anyone else would be coming. Don't blame yourself, kid. The sheriff knew better. That's why none of these boys ever come around here. They know they've met their match. And to answer that thinly veiled threat of yours, I can't say I give it much of a shit. Right now, in this moment, I'm here and my boy is here and we've got our happy little family. You're gonna be tried for murder, Termaine. Sorry, you're gonna be tried for murder, Termaine. But Julius doesn't answer. He watches in silence as the shriveling creature continues to slowly kill Bo. Crap, okay. I don't know how we can save both of them. Maybe I can get him. Hang on. She clearly betrayed you. This doesn't seem like what she promised, does it? Damn it. None of you people have patience. He needs time. He needs food. It can't be easy making a baby this way. It's not easy making it the normal way either, from what I hear. But isn't it still beautiful? Even the way it is now? No! It's eating him alive! You should be horrified! Bo seems in a bad way. His eyes are glazed, his jaw slack except where the roots are of the childlike thing are holding it in place. His body can't take much more. I have to do something. Maybe if we let Dr. Kelly in here, she can help. We might save Bo without killing your son thing. I don't know if Julius is the one you should convince. The baby is still pretty freaked out. It's been getting worse since everybody started coming in. It's trying to protect itself. That's right, my boy's got excellent instincts for self-preservation. So unless he decides to let her come down here, we best leave it be. Julius, dude, we gotta do something. Bo's in a lot of pain. This can't be what was supposed to happen. There has to be some way I can get Dr. Kelly down here. But I'm running out. Is there really no way we could separate him from Bo? Maybe if we offered him something better? This ain't a debate. Shut up or I'll shut your mouth for you. I don't know, Julius. I still think there's something missing. And if Bacon thinks so too, maybe it's worth talking about again. That's why I'm here in the first place, right? To come up with some other solution? And you and I already talked about what was best. That discussion was had and done with before anyone else showed up. Run out the clock. In the end, you don't do anything other than talk while the creature finishes its work. This isn't the time or place for you to make a choice. Even if that wasn't the case, it's too late to make any other choice now other than continued inaction. You watch as the thing slowly solidifies, its breath more confident as Bo's grow shallow. I can't let this happen. He attempts to lean forward, reaching with a bloodied hand for his gun, but he winces, his hand pausing, then falling back to his side. That's right, just sit and watch. I think I've put enough holes in you already. You don't need another one. Isn't anyone going to do anything? Everyone watches each other with unease. Is it alright if I sit by him? Sure, but I'll shoot you if you make any moves, kid. I don't want to, but I will. Avery shifts closer to Bo. They take his hand in theirs, which doesn't seem to do anything to comfort the man as the roots sink deeper, taking more. I'm sorry, Bo. It'll be over soon. You're not alone. Nobody should die alone. I can't die. Mama would be sad. But he does. The thing finally pulls away from what's left of Bo, and in place of the dead man's breathing, Its ungodly cries fill the room. Shh, it's all right, boy. You just killed a man. No, I watched him die. I killed you, or at least I will if you ever finish dying. The creature's connection to its womb has been severed, and the house groans unnaturally, straining under the weight of the meat that infiltrated its walls. The faucet in the corner of the room finally unclogged, bursts to life, and water pours out onto the dirt floor. You wanted your witch? Well, here she comes. Did she tell you what you're supposed to do with it now? Do you know what it eats? I mean, what else it eats? Your hands are wet. The water is spreading, pooling around you, making the floor slippery with mud. We're not calling him it. He gets a proper name now. Joseph, after my father. And I bought some baby food. You think he'll like creamed spinach? The water is suddenly much higher. It rises past your ankles. Let the water take you. You watch the other people in the room as the water slowly rises. Their faces turn to you, concerned, but you can no longer make out their voices. It's like they're trying to talk to you from behind a wall. And then the flood takes you. I don't think there is a way you can save Bo and the baby, unless you have the right traits. You feel like you're choking. There's water in your lungs, or there should be. Your ears are filled with the sound of rushing current. It's cold and dark, and there are people screaming somewhere. There are bodies in the water with you. They are all dead. 1,000 corpses, 1,000 homes, all torn to pieces. But the flood recedes. It hasn't happened yet. You are the mother of a daughter, and your daughter has told you about her terrible dream. It's going to kill everyone. You are not the one who had the vision. Not yet. It has only been described to you by the daughter you have been teaching, as your mother taught you. You're the only one who can stop it, Mother. But you won't be strong enough. Her words are heavy. No, Mother, I've seen it. You will try to stop it and you will die. But there's another path. Take my power. I give it willingly. It can't be that I'm destined to lose you. It's too cruel. There's only one way you can keep me with you. Take my power. I'll live in you as I once did. I will never leave you. You accept your daughter's decision. She is not the child she once was, and there is a confidence in her that you have no choice but to respect. You take her back. Her power becomes yours. The flood does not come. The village is saved, and no one ever knows the sacrifice that was made for their lives. No one but you. Years have passed. You outlive everyone you used to know. You move on. You meet new people. You start a new life. You have another daughter. This time the vision is yours. The piece of your first daughter that lives in you shows you what is coming. Rotting bodies in the street, the smell of sickness on the wind, church bells ringing for an endless parade of funerals, an entire city whose gates will never reopen, everyone inside the walls falling to the curse of the plague. You are among their numbers. Your body no longer strong enough to heal even itself. You are not enough to stop it. Not as you are. There's another path, a narrow thread. If you were stronger, you could tug at it and unravel the tapestry of the future. Mother, what's wrong? Your daughter will never be as strong as you are. Not after what you had to do, but she still carries in her some strength. Enough. You do not offer her an explanation before trying to take her back. She rebels. Her power is weak, but enough that she is not easy to contain. She is frightened. The entire city rests on this decision. Stop her from leaving. You do not let your daughter run from you. No plague comes. The city never knows that it would have been a ruin. But there is an unhappiness in you. She didn't understand, and what you took of her is anger, confused, restless. You will have to carry that with you. It is part of the burden of what you are. Though no one knows the depths of what you have done over the years, you have not escaped notice. You find yourself in the capital in a place whose names has changed too many times to count. A war is brewing. The eyes of those who hold fate in their hands are on you, their lips asking which threads to pull and which to cut. And the tapestry is once again revealed to you. The war rages, and it never stops raging, bleeding that spans generations, children born to die, decades of pain that leave a raw wound on the world. Or it ends before it begins. The few die for the sake of the many. You can guide powerful hands to crush those that need crushing, if only you have more power of your own. You call your daughter to you. You raise them differently these days. The disquiet left by the reluctant daughter taught you a permanent lesson. They don't need convincing anymore. They are ready to return to you whenever you need them. Take her back and stop the war before it starts. This daughter joins her sisters easily, as she has been trained to do. You are the only one who will remember her sacrifice and her name. A small rebellion is crushed before it becomes a revolution. The people in power are happy. You leave. You don't want to see any more visions of war. You set your sights on a place where there are no kings. And yet, even an ocean away, power finds you, a man with aspirations. Anyone can hold power here, you have discovered, if they're vicious enough to want it. The hunger in him senses the power in you, and for a time, you humor him. You allow him to give you a life of comfort, you and your daughter. You don't see a future where he ever grows more powerful than you can manage, not until the vision comes. A war like none the world has witnessed, a fledgling nation devoured in the nest, a man who sits on a throne where none was meant to be, the world under his cruel fist, bowing to its crushing weight. The very ocean stained red by his influence. He is already on his way, you realize too late. You have been too close to him to see it. Your choices have already narrowed. The war is coming, whether you strike now or not. The loose thread sticking out from a mass of blood, with you too weak to grasp it. But you have a daughter. You always have a daughter until you don't. It's time to rest. Aren't you wait, no. Take her back and erase the man before his name can mean anything. She joins her sisters, as is her destiny, and you remove him from the world. The hole where he was is filled by lesser men, none of whom remember whose shoes they're stepping into, and none of whom can hope to command the way he would have. Blood is spilled, less blood, but you still feel every drop. You hide yourself away from the world. You and your daughter. The visions still find you, but here they are small, the decisions simple. You make them all the same, helping where you can, a storm halted, a conflict settled. Until one day, when you are shown a dark pit. Splintering wood, debris trapping everyone inside, bodies burning as the very rocks catches fire, children screaming as their flesh bubbles, then silence as lungs fill with smoke. You know the choice that lies in front of you. Not this time. You take your daughter's hand and you look her in the eyes. They're green like yours. You don't want to do it this time. You stare out over the hills together as a plume of smoke rises into the air, but you can't hear the screams from here. You assume you will die one day, like anyone else. After all, you're long past due. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to know your grandchildren before you go. Then the man comes, and with him, a vision. He has already decided. He is bringing something here, something ravenous that doesn't belong, but that has already been pressing at the edges of your world, trying to find a way in. It has its way now, whether you help him or not. More of the thread you followed comes into focus, and for the first time, you follow it beyond your death. Disaster after disaster, crisis after crisis, thousands of years of little cuts that you weren't there to mend. On and on it goes, longer than you ever hoped to follow. It's toil, eternal and incalculable. I can't speak. Ugh. But there's a new thread too. If you are patient enough, if you are strong enough when the moment finally comes, if you do everything right, you can devour this thing that sits outside the world, and it will give you so much power that you will never have to take back a daughter again. You could fix as many things as you care to fix. Floods, plagues, wars, kings. You look into her green eyes, so much like yours. You welcome her back as you have with every daughter before her, and you help the man. He is arrogant. He cheats the things from another world in every way he can. He wastes your time. There will have to be more daughters before the day comes that this will be over. But days and daughters come and go, and you are very patient. You have to be. If you're to stop the hurt, the hurt that would scar a world without you there to guide it. And now, you are here, on the cusp of the end, the final daughter. Bacon? What are you doing here? Are you real? No, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a dream or not. I've already made my decision anyways. Don't bother trying to talk me out of it. I finally have a real purpose. And now I know that the purpose has always been. I can't go back, or it would hang over me for the rest of my stupid small life. Everyone out there would forget about you, Kanika. It was like you did. Everyone out there forgot about you, Kanika. It was like you didn't exist. That's okay. It's part of all this. I'm surprised you were able to remember. It's kind of nice to think even one person might remember me when I'm gone. But it's okay if you forget too, once it's all said and done. I don't need to be remembered. What is she trying to prevent? Do you even know? That thing that Enoch brought, whatever it is, breaking out and causing havoc, and all those disasters my mom would be able to stop if she takes its power for herself. It's so much smaller than all of that. I'm so much smaller than all of that, but in this moment, I can be what stops it. I can be big enough. My life can be meaningful. Do you really feel like you have to sacrifice yourself for your life to have meaning? Working at a shitty little general store in a dying town? Yes, I would call that pretty meaningless. What decision? Did you not just go through the whole life story thing? Was that just me? Look, I'm going to do what I was born to do. I'm going to save lives, Bacon, more than most people could in a lifetime. How do we know any of that really happened? Doubt all you want, but I'm not taking the chance. Because if I turn back now, I'll know everything my mom could have stopped will be my fault. You don't have to do this, Kanika. Yes, I do. You saw what's going to happen if I don't. What am I supposed to do? Go back to my normal life after this, knowing how many people are going to suffer through generations because I was too selfish to save them? How could I ever live with myself? Keen eye. Ooh. I didn't have anything as Bean, but what's this? You're doing exactly what you did with the general store, throwing your life away because someone else is asking you to. Why do you think your life is less important than anyone else's? I don't know. I just know I'm in a position where I can make a difference. And this is how I do that. And I'm just one person. We're not talking about trading one life for another. It's so much bigger than that. All of this is bigger than me. Honestly, the fact I can have this kind of influence feels like an honor. I'm in the rare position to change the future, and I barely even have to do anything to make it happen. She's going to erase you from existence. That's worse than death. No one will even know what you did for them. I don't need people to know. I'm not doing it for people to like me or anything. Though I guess it still makes me a little sad to think about it. Everyone wants to be remembered after they died. It's only natural that I'd be feeling a little cheated that even my closest friends are going to go on with their lives, completely forgetting about me. No, I can't. If you're wondering why I'm playing Bacon like this, it's because of what Wayne said. Pull it from the witch's hand. I think he means I need to bring Kanika with me. So that's why I'm playing it like this as Bacon. It's very similar to my Bean run through. Quiet, dear. There's no need to let Bacon talk you in circles. You already know the right answer, remember? I don't know anymore. Bacon, you have no idea the kind of danger you're putting yourself in by being here. You think you're doing the right thing, but all you're doing is dooming countless lives, starting with yours. Tabitha, too. She carries a heavy burden, but she doesn't have to. Not anymore. You two can be the family you were always meant to be, free from the sins of generations past, if you let me do what needs doing. Kanika can't save you on her own, but I can. I'm only able to tell you so much, but I tried to show you what I could. I'd hope you would be able to trust me by now, for your sake. This is the only way your story gets a happy ending. Hang on. Uh-oh. A truth unstained by illusion. There is no witchcraft in her words. No trickery. Shit. Let me see if this does anything. I know I did it with Bean, but let me see if it will be different with Bacon. Wayne is already going to take care of me. I don't need your help. Sybil flashes you a pitying look. You poor dear. Do you really feel like he's the only one you can turn to? You think I've been manipulating you, yet that man somehow managed to earn your loyalty? Just because he's kind? Kindness is easy when you're free to lie. Truth is what's hard. I'm giving you the truth now. Sybil, this feels evil. I know how unplightable this feels, Bacon, but pull back the curtain and it's a far kinder choice than anything you've been party to this week. How does a gentle exit compare to locking Reese Kelly away in that tiny little room for the rest of his life? Do you think he'll ever be well enough to leave? Unlike Duke, who left behind a widow and a son to mourn him, Kanika's memory will be but a passing breeze. There won't be anyone to hurt from her loss. Even you'll forget her as soon as she's gone. The burden of remembering her is mine, and mine alone. You saved Rosalina Griotez from a mind collapse, but at the cost of her two friends. They're both still alive, but there's no telling how long it might take to dig them out of there, and no telling what continued exposure to that stone carving might do to their young minds. Just now, you chose to let that parasite kill Bo Calloway. Now Irma is left all alone in this world. I don't think you've made any wrong choices, Bacon. Enoch's legacy has simply stacked the deck against you. My daughter is one person, and she won't die the traditional sense of the word. She'll be here with me and her sisters. It will be gentle, like stepping into a pool. All of these lingering threads left by your decisions can still be mended if you let her help me. You call this the truth? It's the closest I can get to, yes. Why can't you be direct? Why all the mystery? Those are the rules. Every bargain has its rules. And what about this bargain? What rules would I be agreeing to? This isn't a bargain. I was always going to help you. After all, I intend to break the structures that have been holding everyone in place. I have no interest in building a new prison. I normally don't do this, but I am actually going to do a save. But I am gonna grab Kanika. This is different. This is different. You reach forward, grabbing Kanika by the arm and doing your best to wrench her free from her mother's grasp. She's all but given up. her wrist limp in your grasp, her eyes dim and resigned. You pull as hard as you can, expending more effort on this action than you have on any one movement in your life. No, here it is. She's realizing it. Okay, hang on, we're good. Stop. You don't know what you're doing. Still, you pull. Why do you care so much about what happens to me? It's better if I go. You can feel your body tearing with effort, but you hold the best you can, even as her hand slips through your fingers. But a spark floods Kanika's eyes at the sight of your effort, and her hand grasps your forearms with vigor. Let me go. I don't want to do this anymore. Stop, you don't know what you're doing. Kanika, please, you understand. You understand how important this is. I don't think I do. I only understood what you wanted me to understand. You didn't let me think any differently. Well, I'm thinking differently now. I'm getting the hell out of here, and I'm taking Bacon with me. At her declaration, the dream around you starts to waver. It's losing its shape. No, come back! But it's too late. The illusion is coming apart. The world shifts nauseatingly around you. You feel like you're being buoyed upwards, ascending rapidly, reality rushing to meet you, until finally you surface. I was a little scared there, because it looked like Kanika was giving up. But she didn't. And now we're in the water again. You're outside. It's raining. You have no idea where you're at. We're in like a dump. Tulip? Janie? Finished episode 5 in hardcore mode is no. So yeah, we are... Let me do another save. There we go. But we did it. We did part 2 of Bean and Bacon. If I wasn't on vocal rest yesterday, we would have done part 1 of Cake. And we could have done part 2 of Cake tonight, but... Nah, that didn't happen. I needed that vocal rest really bad. But yeah, wow. Wow. It's... So now the final chapters. It's just one more update, chapter 6 and 7. And we don't know when those are coming out, so it might be another year before we can finish this game, maybe? I actually don't know how far they are in the progress of 6 and 7. So yeah, we might be finishing up Scarlet Hollow next year. Maybe. I don't think they'll be able to finish up 2 chapters in 2026. But yeah. Everything is coming full circle. We're learning a lot. We're understanding. And I wonder if I can save the baby and bow as Cake with my 2 skills. Because I couldn't do much as Bean and Bacon. But I'm wondering as Cake, I wonder if I can do something to save them. But, I don't know, because Duke is alive in that, playthrough as well, so he would be agitating the child. I don't know. It's... Wow. I don't know what is going to happen, but we're just gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait. I'm very sad about that. Let me shut my Scarlet Hollow effects off. It's going to be so weird. I might be using my new model by the time we do chapter 6 and 7. So weird. Oh my gosh. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming on into the stream. I know it's another short stream, but, you know, that was pretty fast. Yes, the part 2s were not that long. They were not long at all. But we were able to get through the 2, and then we will do the complete episode 5 of Cake later. But yeah, I'm really excited for chapter 6 and 7. I want to see how badly I messed things up. I don't even know. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get shot by Tabitha in episode 5 as Cake. That's my goal. That is my goal. But yes, there's my links if you guys want to follow me on anything. I do update on Discord whenever I go live randomly, or if I'm canceling stream or anything. And then I just don't really use Blue Sky or Twitter anymore. I'll be so real. But yeah, let's see what we can do, or who we can raid into. Who can we raid into tonight? It's only 8, so like a lot of people are not online. Let me see who's playing Scarlet Hollow. Wow, if I could spell Scarlet right, that would be amazing. Scarlet Hollow. Oh, it looks like someone is, they're actually at the end scene with Kanika. So let's actually say hello to them. And then I will see you guys later in the week. We'll do something. I don't know what we'll do. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for stopping on by. Bye-bye.